Good morning everyone and welcome to lesson 4 of measurement. Today we are going to find the difference between how to calculate the circumference and the area of a circle. The circumference is actually the perimeter. It is calculating the length around the outside edge of the circle. So we are calculating the length of the outside edge of a circle. The area, on the other hand, is the amount of surface within the circle. So we are calculating the amount of space in that circle. Before we start about how to calculate the area and circumference, we shall now look at some of the terminology of a circle. Okay, so in a circle, if you have the circle, if the diameter is the length of the line to the center O, okay, that touches the 2 points on the circle. And on the other hand, if you have half of the diameter, that will give you the radius. In other words, the radius is half the diameter, or if you convert the other way around, the diameter is twice the length of the radius. Good. Now we shall continue with how to calculate some of the formulas to calculate the area of a circle. Okay, so the formula to calculate the circumference of a circle is pi times diameter. Because the diameter is twice the length of the radius, it could be pi times 2 times radius, because 2 radius makes 1 diameter. Or if you simplify them in algebraic way, it's going to be 2 times pi times radius. Okay, so for example, if we have a circle, if the diameter is given as 10 centimeter going to the center O, so to calculate the circumference, you just take pi times 10, which is using the first formula, and the answer is going to be 31.42 centimeter. On the other hand, if you decide to use the other formula, circumference equals to 2 times pi times radius, then it comes out the same thing, 2 times pi, because the radius is half the diameter, half of 10 is 5, so 2 times pi times 5, the answer is also 31.42 centimeter. Now we shall calculate the area if the radius is given instead of diameter. So for example, if we are given another circle, if the radius is given as 8 centimeter, how would you calculate that? Very simple. Circumference or the perimeter is 2 times pi times radius. So because the radius is 8, so 2 times pi times 8 centimeter, and you put in your calculator, and the answer will come out as 50.27 centimeter. So the length or the perimeter of the circle is 50.27 centimeter. Now we are looking at the area now. If we have a same circle, if we want to calculate the area, the formula for area of a circle is slightly different. You can't use the diameter. The area is pi r squared, or simplify is going to be pi times radius times radius. So in this case, if the radius is 8, we are going to tell pi times the radius 8, so pi times 8 times 8, and put in your calculator, and the answer is 201.06. Because this in area, the unit should be centimeter squared. Okay. Now we are going to do slightly different. Instead of radius given, we are going to change that the diameter is given this time. Okay, so the same circle, but now instead the first example, if the diameter is 10, so what do you think you do? The formula is still the same. Area is pi times radius times radius. This time, because the diameter is 10, the radius must be 5. So it's going to be pi times 5 times 5, and the answer is going to be 78.54 centimeters squared. So to repeat, what is the difference between perimeter and area? The perimeter is the length around the outside edge of the circle. So we are calculating the length here. And if you are calculating the area, it is the amount of surface within the circle. We are calculating the space inside the circle. Thank you, and hope you learned something from today. Thank you. Bye.